Pro-choice rally. Pro-choice rally. This person is very protected from the sun. Wow.
And I think if you ask any of the Republicans who are so loudly shouting pro-life, if they've ever forced a mistress to have an abortion, and I think it will be shockingly alarming how many they do.
Well, I don't think they would tell you if you asked them. There's a flaw in this plan. I think they would lie. But yeah.
I went to a Catholic school. My whole family is Christian now, but also my Christian family is pro-choice. I don't think you can bash the entire religion based off of it. There are
Based. Did you guys know that actually the Catholic Church was pretty laissez-faire about abortions for a long time? Like, the Bible is not anti-abortion. In the Bible, a life begins at first breath. So from a biblical perspective, there's no reason for Christianity to be anti-abortion outside of like being generally anti-women, which of course the Catholic Church is. This mainstream, like, hyper-religious wave of anti-abortion sentiment in America is relatively recent, and if I remember correctly, it was one of the big culture war issues that conservatives used as a kind of like adjacent anti-woman thing during the 60s, during the 60s second wave feminist movement. Vaush, this is good pro-choice propaganda, but it's not true. America's writing you up an essay. Oh shit. Well, I heard that from my dad, who grew up Catholic, so I'll tell him that he's stupid. Vaush, this isn't true. Rep made evangelicals against abortions to make them not hate Catholics and welcome them into the R party. Huh. Interesting. Well, okay. Yeah, send me some stuff.
You have 80% of the population on this side. That's a lot of opportunity for change and hope for the future. Unfortunately, it's just in the wrong hands right now. These justices were appointed.
It is true that according to the information we have, the Roe v. Wade has had a pretty significant effect on people's mobilization to vote. I literally saw this right before stream started up. Apparently Roe v. Wade and abortion rights generally are cited as one of the biggest motivators for people getting out there to vote, and something like half of all voters said that Roe v. Wade being revoked made them more likely to vote in the coming midterms. I'm gonna scroll through. I'll see if I can find that.
History does repeat itself, and it's just unfortunate that we're all here yet again.
What are your thoughts on the Supreme Court?
They can go fuck themselves.
We just talked to some Christians across the street, and they think that the moment conception occurs, a life form has germinated. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that you can believe whatever you believe, but the second it infringes on my body, I don't give a fuck.
Here we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
And with midterms just 2 months away, Pennsylvania is seeing a surge in new voters.
Oh my god! 6 ABC Action News with the genius design decision of having an autoplay video tab on news site. Why do they do this? Look, whatever. Wave of Pennsylvania women registering to vote after Roe v. Wade overturned. Women make up about 2/3 of new voter registrants, and more than half are under the age of 25. That's actually a pretty big deal. More than half are under the age of 25. You know, young people tend not to vote that much. And 2/3, you know, 60-33 means 2 women to every 1 man. If we pretend non-binary people, they're not statistically significant at these averages anyway, so, you know, whatever. Overturning Roe v. Wade is backfiring spectacularly on Republicans. A new Wall Street Journal poll finds that abortion is the top issue motivating people to vote this year, and not in a way that favors the GOP. Yeah, PA sees more women registering as Democrats. Most of these registering are under 25. Yeah, so stuff like that, pretty good.
If I was in the position to where I was pregnant, I would get an abortion. I think this is extremely unfair and just backwards. It honestly just makes me feel so many emotions: sad, disgusted, angry, and just disappointed. Women need to protect our bodies, so fuck the Supreme Court. As the word.
Lads, hot tip, all right? If you're ever looking to get into casual sex and dating, okay, you got to go to these the pro-choice rallies, all right? Because you know that if you ever have any accidents or whatever, they'll get one, all right? You're set. Also, apparently, they're all hot.
The world changes and evolves, so do people, and we can't just have the same people in office their entire life. It's just gonna end up being backwards. I think that we should at least, you know, have elections for it.
Dude, it's just fucking disappointing. Like, we just have a bunch of old white men, like, trying to decide what to do with people's bodies, and, like, that's fucked up. Like,
Are you surprised?
These camera
Oh,
shots.
fuck no. Why are we surprised nowadays? Like,
Ooh, spicy lemon. Thank you. This is what I was looking for. Support for abortion in most or all cases rose among Catholics to 59%, up from 45% in March. That's a big deal, by the way. Support for abortion in Catholics rose from 45% to 59% since March. That's a huge jump. Support from black voters was at 69%, up from 59%. College-educated women moved to 76% in support, up from 65%. Asked broadly about their top issue for the midterms, voters cited the economy and inflation first, followed by abortion. But when offered a choice of 5 issues and asked which made them most likely to vote, they put the Supreme Court ruling overturning Roe v. Wade ahead of inflation. More than half of voters said the ruling made them more motivated to vote in the midterm elections. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Some of these people are like 70, 80 years old. Boomer mentality. It's time for a change.
Perhaps even beyond boomer.
Perhaps even beyond boomer.
I'm not sure what it's called to be 10 years above boomer.
Silent
I think
generation.
it might be called the greatest generation.
Or is it
Fuck these
greatest
old
or
men.
silent?
And it's pretty scary what's happening to this country. And yeah, women should have complete control over their own bodies. The government should stay the fuck away. Yeah.
What do you think about the idea that immediately upon conception, an autonomous life exists inside of the womb?
I think it's ridiculous. It's like,
True.
to me it's the same as like saying maybe my semen or a sperm or an egg is like a life. It is eventually, but not immediately. We need to abolish the Supreme Court and destroy them. Destroy the institution, destroy capitalism. This entire US government is built on genocide and slavery and lies. They don't care about immigrants or helping poor people or orphans, so it's just a really convenient way to look like they care about people when they don't give a fuck about other people.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Anything else you want to say, my guy?
Actually, I am a rapper still.
Still rap?
Still rap, yeah.
No fucking way.
Yo, I believe that we gotta give the choice back to the women, cause you know they got a voice strapped. That's how we gotta be armed, ready to fight the government and the capitalists. We could do it in one night, make a new system that overthrows, make a revolution, let the people all know, no foes. You know I do this for my bros, we do this for everybody from coast to coast. So put your fist up, I'm one of the illest to kill it, representing all of the children unborn. I represent for them, cause women, they're the ones who decide. Yeah, peace and love to everybody, let's ride.
Damn, Maz, you still rap, my guy. I thought you retired the hip-hop career.
I'm getting really into it.
All right,
Yeah.
you getting back into it?
Getting really into it.
Back in the day, me and Mads had a song called Crucial Polarity. I'm going to play it over this song
What
because I
the
believe
fuck is
nobody
going
owns
on?
the rights to it.
So we actually are invited to a church group in Kent area. We're going there to preach there tomorrow, and we wanted to come experience Seattle.
Holy shit, this guy looks like fucking not Bill. Bill Pat Brill. Bill Burr. Ben Burr. Bill Prill. Brad Pitt.
Well, you're ending the life of...
You guys don't think so? Dude, he looks like Brad Pitt in 12 Years a Slave. Was that Brad Pitt? Not even a little bit? Wait, fuck, he totally doesn't. Not even a little bit. Oh, God. Okay, continue the video.
Of a human. Once conception takes place, the Bible teaches us that, you know, that God says, before I knew thee, I formed thee in the womb. And at that point, life begins. Biologically, it's true that life begins there. Yeah. I think the bottom line is this, is that people are trying to find a way to get around the consequences of their actions. And if you're having sexual intercourse, you should...
Notice right here. The opening argument was about how it's saving life, but actually, it's about reactionary politics. They can't... it always comes down to this, you know? They can never be like, hey, listen, you know, it's unfortunate, you know, we don't always want the gifts we're given or whatever, but that's life and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's always, I think people are trying to get out of the consequences. So, AKA, like, this is your way of forcing the consequences of sexual activity onto women if they're, like, premarital, essentially. That's, like, the actual...
...you'd expect to potentially have a child. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican.
Can I ask you what you think about abortion?
He's a Republican.
There's no life. There's no life yet. There's no life. Like there's a beating little thing where it's a cell growing. It's not had a life. It doesn't have a life.
Yes.
Mind talking to you guys real quick? So how do you guys feel about the whole Roe v. Wade thing being overturned?
Good.
I'm really sorry. Holy shit. He found a group of fucking time travelers. Oh my god. The Pilgrims. They're coming back out. Oh my god. Yeah, how do these Mennonites feel? Holy shit. All right.
What do you think being overturned?
Good. God created all humans, and I believe.
Holy shit, she even talks like it. How is this real? How, she literally, she has fucking the Mennonite voice. Okay.
I believe we should leave it up to him and not take any rights away.
She is 21 years old. She's been married for 12 years.
I believe once it's conceived, the baby has started.
For sure. But I mean,
I can't make fun of them too much because these women literally grew up in a cult. Like, they're literally like dead eyes, like no independence or autonomy outside of what their husbands allow them to do, like arranged marriage, one, like, yeah, completely like actual grooming victims. So it's really, really difficult for me to like muster any derision towards them. Not even Stepford Wives, because Stepford Wives, that's just like the at least that has like the veneer of like 1950s housewife independence. This is so far beyond that. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
And just imagine like something horrible happened to you, you got pregnant, and like you knew you were pregnant as a result of a bad situation. Like, how would you feel about bringing a kid into the world knowing that you didn't want it to be there? I mean,
Well, obviously, I'm a Christian. I believe in God, and I believe that God designed it for the woman to have a baby. And in this circumstance, you're talking about a woman that wasn't ready for it or didn't want it. But I still firmly believe that we should not kill the baby.
even if it was you?
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Jesus. Well, I guess the implicit framing of this video with the pro-choice people being like cool and normal and the anti-choice people being actual cultists. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Those women are 100% beaten if they speak without permission. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. If she sounds like stilted or whatever, she's probably just not used to like talking to a guy that's not her husband. I'm being a little bit over the top with that, but like I don't know. Like maybe I'm not. I don't know. Like actually insane. There wasn't much for me to respond to here because like, geez. I know I don't think I'm that far off, you know?